Olá, boa noite. Eu sou o Biribó, hoje com um novo game no canal. Deponia 2, Caos em Deponia. Lançado em novembro de 2012, segundo de uma trilogia pensada e produzida de uma vez, com o lançamento dos títulos em poucos meses. 10 meses entre o primeiro e este, e 11 meses entre este jogo e o terceiro, Adeus Deponia. O quarto, Deponia Apocalipse, nem estava nos planos e só surgiu bem depois, em 2016. Como tratamos de uma sequência, não há o que explicar sobre o funcionamento do jogo ou da série. Nem resumo da trama eu preciso fazer, pois o jogo cuidou disso, até para situar quem não tinha jogado o primeiro. Aliás, foi esse o meu caso na época, assim como já tinha acontecido com Runaway. Fiz inicialmente o segundo jogo, porque era o único disponível nas lojas. Coisas da pré-história. Então, dou basicamente a ficha técnica. O game é da empresa alemã Daedalic, criado, escrito e dirigido por Jean Müller-Michaelis, desenhado por Sebastian Schmidt, com músicas de Finn Seliger e Thomas Hall. Eu jogo no PC na versão da GOG, com vozes em inglês e legendas em espanhol. Em português, só há no primeiro e no quarto episódios, o que é bem estranho, pois idiomas menos falados no mundo, como, por exemplo, o turco, têm legendas em toda a série. Mas acho até que a Bá preferiria em turco, depois de ter aprendido todo o idioma com a Tida. Procurei na net, mas desta vez não encontrei nenhuma tradução feita por fãs. Avisem se algo estiver errado com a imagem ou o som, tanto do jogo quanto da minha câmera ou microfone.
Huh? What's this all about? Isn't that Ms. Hinkle's junk press?
No, that's the junk press from my trawler. You need to help me fix it.
Yeah, but it looks exactly like Ms. Hinkle's junk press from the tutorial in Part 1.
So what? Who's going to notice? Those who played Part 1 don't even need a tutorial.
Yeah, but I bet they're gonna play it through anyway, because they just can't get enough of me. Count me out. I'm definitely not gonna suffer through this whole tutorial thing again. I mean, it was stupid enough the first time around.
Ah, come on. Little repetition can't hurt.
Then how do you explain this blister? That is where I burned myself when I repeatedly put my hand on a hot stove.
You never learn, do you?
Au contraire, I have a nearly photographic memory.
Do you now? So, do you remember how to use the interface in order to talk to someone?
Yes, of course.
Go ahead. Talk to me. Just point the cursor at me, and left click as soon as the speech balloon icon appears.
No prompting! Talk to Bozo.
You don't have to say that aloud.
Hey, who's talking to you?
Hello there. You clicked on me.
Yeah, and I regret it already. But you see, there's nothing left here that you could teach me. You don't even know, how to talk to somebody.
But you just did that. You left-clicked when the speech balloon appeared on the cursor.
Are you sure? Wasn't it perhaps the insanely handsome Rufus head icon?
No, the speech balloon. The head icon is only used for eating, drinking, and putting on garments.
Which really should happen more often. But now, let's come to the all-important question of how to look at an object.
But I already know that.
I see. And how?
I point at it with my mouse cursor and right-click when the eye icon appears.
Nonsense. That's not an eye. It's a ping-pong ball.
With a pupil?
Yeah, it's loaded.
Why would they use a loaded ping-pong ball as an icon for the action examine?
I'm about to demonstrate that using the small object lying on the ground over there by pointing the cursor at it and right-clicking as soon as the ping-pong ball appears.
I'm holding my breath.
What's that?
It's the reactor lead head.
But it was a cathode plunger in the last game.
It's the lead head, believe me. You need it to repair the press.
And how exactly am I going to do that if I can't even pick the thing up?
Sure you can pick it up. Just point at it with the mouse to make the hand icon appear. Then left-click to pick it up.
Oh no, this has to be easier. That's Bozo, the old pirate. Huh? Where'd it go?
You put it in your inventory. You know, where all your items go. You pick the thing up. Now use the mouse wheel to open the inventory.
Hey, there it is.
Exactly. Now, this is your inventory.
I knew that.
Here you can view all the stuff you're lugging around. You remember how to do that, don't you?
Huh. How did this strange thing end up in my inventory?
No idea. You might need it for the tutorial.
Tutorial schmutorial.
And? Any luck combining them?
I'm working on it.
Click on one of the two items with the hand icon to attach it to your mouse pointer. Then click on the other item to combine them.
I was just about to do that. Look here, Bozo. I fixed the part.
I won't believe that until I see it in operation.
I know. My handyman skills are really incredible. So this is the thing I'm supposed to fix.
Right. But you need to be careful.
Hey, being careful is for people who can't handle surprises.
But in this case, the surprise would be the piston of the press, which, with all the force of an approaching steamroller, would crush your...
Don't say it! You're spoiling my surprise! It fits.
Next you need to...
Hey, you don't have to spoon feed me. I'll manage the rest.
Whatever. When you're ready, you need to...
Hold your horses, will ya? It's just a button. I think I can manage without your help.
Rufus, don't! You're standing right under the...
Don't panic. You don't think I'd fall for the same feeble gag twice. So, what was that again? I pushed this button here, and then...
Didn't look all that feeble to me.
They came out of nowhere. With their cruisers, plasma weapons, and mechanical beards. Organized. They took our village by force. They left nothing behind but tears and devastation. They were looking for gold and Elysium, the girl that fell from the sky. And only one person was prepared to save her. He woke her up, contacted her fiancé, and took her to the lower Ascension station, only to learn the shocking truth once he got there. Cletus, Gold's fiancé, wasn't acting out of love. He had an agreement with Ulysses, the mysterious leader of the Organon, and Argus, his right hand. They needed the Ascension codes, hidden away in Gold's brain implant, and they wanted to erase her memory. They wanted to make sure no Elysian would ever know that our world is inhabited. For their goal was terrible beyond imagination. They wanted to blow up our world. But they had failed to reckon with the One. He swapped the cartridges. And he restored Gold's memory so that she could bear the truth to Elysium. The name of this one man, this selfless hero, was Rufus. Dun, 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 dun. Bop, bop, bop.
That wasn't the whole story, was it?
That was the first part. I think it's going to be a trilogy.
Sounds a bit unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievably cool.
But if it really all happened like that, shouldn't I be on my way to Elysium with Cletus? So what are you doing here? Where is Cletus? Why am I unable to remember any of this? And forgive me for asking, but why is there a burning saw blade stuck in the side of the ship?
Oh, that. Oh, well, I was about to get to that part. So listen up. Da 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 dun 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 dun.
You're being pathetic again about accurate bacteria in the fridge. It's getting boring, but packing bags due to dirty socks I threw to lampshades, rim borders on anodons gone. Didn't I explicate it? Are you still not persuaded? Stress growing on your tympanic membrane. Remember Deponia, self-sacrifice, and oh gosh, now I have to start all over again.
Huzzah, all over again.
Trash. Trash. And more trash.
Isn't it adorable?
Yeah, sure. Hard to imagine I ever wanted to leave here.
Ah, Rufus. This is the lad I was telling you about.
What? Him? From what you told me, I had imagined a smart young man, not a filthy bum.
There's more to him than meets the eye. When I first met him, Rufus was still a... how shall I put this?
Just say it. I was a self-indulgent slob, but I'm steadily improving.
That's right. Right now, for example, he is helping Bozo to get the trawler shipshape.
So I am. I was going to ask you whether I can borrow your hammer.
No problem. You can take it from my toolbox over there.
Thanks, Doc. You're the best.
I still don't know, really. Something just doesn't seem right about that boy.
But Grandma Utz, whatever are you talking about?
Caixa de ferramentas. Inversor de potência? Cadê o martelo que ele queria?
Aren't you worried he might steal something?
I trust him completely.
Didn't you tell me that he suffers from an exaggerated opinion of himself?
Ixi.
Those days are over. Rufus has learned a lot. He is much more careful than before.
Rufus seems like a brutal thug to me.
Rufus? Brutal? Never.
Bem que eu tentei salvar o passarinho, mas com o Rufus atuando...
All I'm saying is that he seems very clumsy.
Your fears are completely groundless. Rufus has become very careful since his last adventure.
E agora ele não tira o passarinho da privada. E vai pôr a mão de novo ali.
What if he suddenly blows a fuse?
Believe me, those days are over.
Acho que em algum momento ele vai precisar de eletricidade.
If that's all true, then he must have turned himself around 180 degrees.
That's how it is. As if someone installed a power inverter in him.
And if he has to use the toilet, then he can do that on the trawler.
Of course, Grandma.
It's just that I have hardly any water left.
He's just getting a hammer.
May I interrupt for a moment?
Of course. Did you find the hammer?
Well, not exactly.
It's in my tool chest. You're welcome to take it, as long as you promise not to wreak havoc.
Not me.
Tem botão aqui, vai pra lá.
Did he even wash his hands?
Of course he did. Rufus is very clean.
That's good. I have a very limited supply of water.
Difícil entender o que tem que fazer aqui. Ele tem que usar o inversor de potência aqui.
And are you sure he knows what he's doing? He looked to me as though he's too stupid to push a button.
Appearances are deceiving. Rufus is a tinkerer, like me. He is perfectly familiar with every type of machine.
Então não é nada disso.
If that's all true,
That's how it is. As if someone installed a power inverter in him.
and he shouldn't give John Thomas too much to drink under any circumstances.
Well, if that's all you're worried about,
Something like that can kill a little bird.
Rufus isn't going to drown your bird by accident.
He would ask before he used my water supply, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
Good. Good. I have to get by on what I have until the end of the month.
Que bom que a nossa pia veio.
Perhaps I'm worrying unnecessarily. After all, John Thomas is very good at self-defense.
Oh, Grandma Utz, as if that would be at all necessary.
Não. Vai triturar o passarinho. Ah, o martelo tá aqui embaixo da mesa, não tá nada lá. Eu tomando choque à toa.
I just hope he doesn't turn my whole house upside down.
He's just getting a hammer. How much damage could he possibly do?
Can a person really change so much?
It's very simple. Once burned, twice shy. And Rufus has burned his fingers more than once. He has learned. I would bet the house on it.
Fogo. E como é que ele vai apagar esse fogo? Não é jogando passarinho pra dentro. Não tem toalha de mesa aqui pra pegar. A essa altura já queimou inteira. Ah. Ele pegou a toalha sem dar sinal de que pegou a toalha. Ele puxou a toalha, começou o incêndio. Eu nunca que ia procurar isso no inventário. Só a Bá para ter essas ideias.
Well, I still have my doubts. That Rufus looks to me like an arsonist.
You know what they say? No doubt burns so hot that it can't be extinguished with a wet tablecloth.
But my tablecloth is as dry as a bone. It would set the whole place on fire in the blink of an eye.
Oh, Grandma, that's just a saying. No one here is going to set anything on fire.
You almost have me convinced, but there is one thing that still worries me. He had better not clog my garbage disposal. The blades are so sharp. Things are always getting caught in there.
Oh, Grandma, you worry about the silliest things.
If you promise me that he will be careful, then everything is all right. Just as long as nothing happens to my John Thomas.
Promise.
Then I should apologize. I suppose your Rufus really must have improved. Well, I still have my doubts. That Rufus looks to me...
You know what there's no doubt...
But my... would set the...
Oh, Grandma, that's just a say. No one here is going to set...
Não devia ficar repetindo os diálogos. Principalmente se não tem a ver com a sequência da cena.
Well, what do you know? Here it is.
Have you found it at last?
Yeah, sure.
It certainly took you long enough. I hope you didn't leave a mess.
Me? No way. But enough chit-chat. Bozo's waiting.
Just relax, Rufus. It's not like anything's on fire.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
By the way, what's that funky smell? Rufus, have you gone completely off the deep end? You almost set Grandma Utz's heart on fire.
All for a good cause.
You committing suicide?
No, I'm traveling to Elysium.
But Rufus, we've been through all that. I thought you would finally become reasonable.
Become reasonable? I am reasonable. And that's exactly why my plan is gonna work this time.
What plan are you talking about?
Well, what does it look like?
It looks like a madman's attempt to refute the principle of action and reaction.
Close enough.
Goodness gracious me.
As soon as I step on these bellows, the cork will hit the 3 targets one by one. In a spectacular chain reaction, this will cause the rockets to be lit and the safety rope to be cut. I have calculated everything. Just watch and learn. Oh, and keep away from the falling blade if you want to hold on to your fingers. The cork is in place and precisely oriented. Well, approximately precisely. The first target opens the gas tap on the Bunsen burner, which then lights the fuse.
Isn't it more probable that the cork will simply knock over the Bunsen burner?
My design is based on science, not some nebulous probabilities.
The calculation of probabilities is an integral component of all sciences.
For you, maybe. My science is based on hearsay and inner conviction. After the cork ricochets off the other 2 targets, it will hit exactly here. I've calculated everything precisely.
How did you calculate that?
Well, the way you calculate things. You lie down for a while, and these mathematical formulas come to you in your sleep. Watch your fingers, Doc. As soon as the cork hits the 3rd target, the scale will trigger the guillotine.
It would be insane to believe that will work, but it would be even more insane to assume I would be safe here.
An apology is about to be due. second, the cork will ricochet off this pan.
I seriously doubt that. On what do you base this assumption?
Well, I drew a target on it, didn't I?
Oh, heavens.
Light the fireworks as soon as the saw blade is in the air. Then, they will create enough spin to catapult me directly to Elysium. At the halfway point, eagles will start to fly alongside me if my sketch is correct. Elysium, here I come. Take a good look.
Rufus, no!
Doc. Uh-oh. Doc, that's not a good place for a nap. The Bunsen burner could boil away the water in the vase any minute. And when the scales pan goes up, it will trigger the guillotine. The fuse is already lit. Doc, are you listening? Wake up! Oh, what a bummer. Save Doc, or go to Elysium. Save Doc, or go to Elysium. Darn it. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Doc. Doc, are you listening? Wake up! Oh, what a bummer. The gas from the bottle is being blown toward the flames. Unfortunately, it isn't enough to light the gas. Too bad. That would be a cool party trick.
Salve o Doc, ele não sai daqui, o que eu vou fazer?
I think I can reach it. Oh, not quite. Must be because of the wind. And whoop! Oof! Perfect body control, as always. Maybe I can scratch a little black powder out of there. That shouldn't affect the flight characteristics of the saw blade, should it? That tickles. With the right momentum, I could catapult the black powder into the air intake of the bellows. Easy and totally realistic. If the black powder reaches the flames, it could ignite the gas. And then, there's bound to be an interesting chain reaction whose outcome is very difficult to predict. What am I waiting for? Oh, it worked! I saved Doc! What?
Rufus! Rufus!
Huh? What?
You haven't answered my question. How did you get here? I just don't understand.
That's because there is nothing to understand. The whole story is nothing but one big filthy lie. Almost as filthy as Rufus, but not quite.
Cletus?
Of course it's Cletus. Why would that surprise you? I am not the one who barged in here uninvited. I have come to save my planet. Well done, moron. Goal and I had reached an agreement. I was trying to keep the existence of the Deponians a secret from the Council of Elders so that Deponia could be exploded, but Goal convinced me to tell the truth. We were just about to save Deponia. The escape pod was taking us to Elysium. Now, it's useless. We're not going to make it to Elysium, and the Council of Elders will never learn about the Deponians. Bravo, Rufus. That was a stroke of genius. Don't listen to him, Goal. He's lying through his teeth.
I don't know. His version does sound pretty convincing.
Now, remember, he's lied to you before. The Goal that I know would never have let him get away with it. That's because you only know one part of Goal, the part that is naive and idealistic. The Goal that I know is a fighter who will stand up for what she believes in. But there is a third part as well. And that part sides with me. Isn't that true, Goal? There is no third part. You tell him, Goal.
I just don't know. I can't remember a thing.
Of course you can't. Thanks to this Fleabag's brilliant intervention, your brain implant has been damaged. It's a habit of his. I'll fix it. Don't worry. You still don't get it, do you? We have no use for you here. If you really want to help Goal, then jump. We're directly over the ocean. With a little luck, you may even survive the fall. No! No, this isn't right! Oh, come on. Do what is best for Goal. I won't let that underhanded traitor take Goal to Elysium. That looks like an ejector seat. Huh, there's still dust on the label. A shrink ray. That's even better than an ejector seat. Wait, there's... Awesome! A bear! That's my favorite so far. Huh, must be the ejector seat after all. And again, the shrink ray. The bear. I like the bear. I better not blow again. Huh. Must be the ejector seat after all. I'm what's best for Goal. No, don't! Ha! Huh, nothing. Why? I wonder if... Uh-oh! No! Goal! You idiot! Goal! No, 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 no! You blasted idiot!
Cletus, help me!
Hang on! Don't panic! I'll come and get you! Somehow! Do you finally realize the damage you're doing?
Cletus!
Don't panic! I'll get you! Why don't I do everyone a favor and kill you right here? I'm coming, Goal! Hang in there! Where do you think you're going? I'm on my way!
Watch out! The rope's going to break at any moment!
What are you doing? Did you really think you could get away like that? Say bye-bye, Rufus. Cletus! No!
Cletus!
Oh dear, what have I done?
I still can't believe he really did that.
No need to worry, really. He's just like a wombat. He often falls, but he always lands on
All the others. I know. What is that noise?
What the?
Goal?
Don't be silly. If that were Goal, the next we could expect... Rufus?
Rufus.
Ouch. Everything's ready for detonation, Bailiff. Acknowledged, Chief Blaster. Anything else? Are there no new instructions? We can start the countdown now. I appreciate your eagerness, but this is not a training maneuver. This is about destroying the zone around the Rust Red Sea before we blow up the entire planet. I see, Bailiff. Stop interrupting me. I know very well what is at stake here. Do you think I wasn't aware of all the implications? It is true. Inspector Cletus has not yet reached Elysium. We can only guess what kept him, but as long as there is still hope that he will complete his task, we need not worry. Until then, I don't want to hear about any countdowns. Do you understand? Yes, I do, Bailiff. Cletus is going to succeed. He will convince the Council of Elders that there is no sentient life on Deponia. And, if he should fail, then we shall see to it that the planet is indeed uninhabited. Dismissed. I have too many worries of my own to deal with your moral misgivings, so get out! Out, I say! Yes, sir. Where the devil is Cletus?
the most epic tales feature cool depictions of saw blades crushed into cable boat walls. The attempt, though a blunt stunt, affected goals and planned, which surely can't be blamed on Rufus at all. Reckoning up the sum, the best was yet to come. For the end of part 1 seemed a little too coarse, and to amend we'll send him to attend a second chance for a decent happy ending, a grand fling with dancing and booze and so forth.
Huzzah with booze and so forth.
Oh, I think I ought to fire my chiropractor. Doc? Huh, we seem to have docked. But where is everybody? Huh, a note from Bozo, that old pirate. Good morning, lazy bones. Doc took Gold to his office. Huh, finally someone who uses his brain. She wasn't feeling all that well, yada yada yada, blood from her ears, blah blah blah. You can find me in the tavern. Tavern? Now that sounds promising. Huh, there's something else. Don't forget to go and see Doc. He needs your help. Why can't they ever manage without me? Huh. The floating black market is in the middle of the rust-red sea, far from the cruiser routes of the Organon. That's good. I would love to claim that I don't rummage around in trash, but who am I kidding? After all, this is Deponia. Bleh, slimy. Oh, that is disgusting. No, I've had it. I simply do not belong here. Wait, what's this? Hey, that's my old anchovy bait. It's still good. No, I don't have to do that. I'm better than those Deponian trash diggers. I have to. Nothing beats a fresh breeze from the sea. The smell of freedom and adventure. And tar and toxic chemicals. And Tony's mother?
Shh! You're scaring the fish.
Rotten fish. Close enough. But this native presents a welcome opportunity to make use of my cosmopolitan tactfulness and my linguistic skills. Me, Rufus, where I find lab belong to Doc.
Are you talking to me, ape man? We put maps up for people like you.
You mean heroes passing through?
I mean people we prefer not to talk to.
Hey, just so you know it, I have an excellent sense of direction. I don't need your stinking maps.
So what you looking at it for?
I'm not looking. I'm just shooting it a contemptuous glance. Doc's office is in the industrial park. But where's the tavern? Well, who cares? I guess I'll go see Doc first then.
Agora tem viagem rápida aqui, é isso. Aqui no polígono onde está o laboratório do Doc. Então, quando for ao mapa, vai ter lugares para fazer viagem rápida.
So much wonderful potential for a festive, all-consuming fire. According to the delivery note, The crate contains a replacement airbag for the canal gondolas. White, of all things, the wet blanket among colors.
Não pode pegar. Vai usar alguma coisa ali.
Even more potential for even more dramatic turns. Who needs something like that? You can feel it when the electricity flows.
Fita isolante.
There's a guard dog. Here's a stick. This task under-challenges my combination skills. I'll just trash the stupid mutt. I'll show him who the superior species is around here. What a cute little doggy you are.
I beg your pardon? My name is Cleverbite. I'm an autonomous, cybernetically highly developed service unit, programmed to perform complex security tasks.
Cleverbite. Oh, such an amusing name for a robo-dog.
I will not suffer such indignities. Through the neuronal connection of computer circuits with organic cerebral matter, I am capable of processing more than 3,000 floating point operations per second.
Can you sit up and beg?
Perhaps not, but I could sit up and grab something until you beg me to let go.
You know, you've got quite an attitude for a cyber whatever mongrel, but I'm pretty sure that your bark is worse than your bite.
Do you hear me barking then?
I don't know. All I can hear is
Me, nerdy ramblings, me.
I'll ask Doc to make you a cyber muzzle.
To do that, you would need to get past me, right?
I'm not going to allow some stupid mutt to block my path.
Actually, I'm a superior cybernetic.
Me, superior, me.
Let me show you who is superior here. Down.
I am not sure I have comprehended your intention.
That's because you're only a silly dog.
It might help if you could talk in complete sentences.
Let me through. I have to see Doc.
Oh, but I can't do that. If I let you through, my designation as a watchdog would be completely compromised.
And if you don't, you'll be completely compressed. I think you're forgetting who's the superior species here.
Then why don't you simply show me?
Will you please let me in?
That sounds better already. But I didn't quite get the third word you said.
Please.
Talk directly into the audio interface.
If you insist. Please, 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 please!
Stop it! Oh, please, stop! You're overloading my circuits!
Mas ele pediu por favor, pela teoria da Bá, o cachorro tinha que deixar ele passar. Então.
Who's a good robot dog?
I need to think about that one. Your mother, perhaps?
What? Oh, you rotten! Stupid mutt!
What? You're giving up already? How disappointing.
Hey, look what I've got! And now, be a good dog and fetch the stick. What's wrong? Fetch the stick, or are you too stupid?
Yes, exactly. That's it.
Fetch that stick.
No.
You go fetch that stick now. Attaboy!
If you're so fond of that stick, why don't you go get it yourself? And if you're a good boy, I might even let you pass.
Go on. I just threw a stick, and you are a dog. So, what do dogs do in a case like this?
I wait for you to make an even bigger fool of yourself?
No, wrong. You fetch the stick. Or are you too stupid? Wait. I'll show you how it's done.
Oh, boy. You didn't really just do that, did you? I can't take it anymore!
Something seems to be wrong with this lamp. It flickers constantly. Maybe the fixture's loose.
Da capo!
Exactly. That barking trash can may think he can shock me, but I'll show him what a shock... what the shock... I mean, what the shock... Oh, whatever. Some ingenious pun with shock. Shock. Because of the electric shock and so on. Oh, come on, Rufus. You don't need a punchline to be brilliant. All this idea is missing is the right spin. Yeah, maybe I should insulate the stick. There's a guard dog. Here's a stick. This task under-challenges my combination skills. I'll just trash the stupid mutt.
Pau de alta voltagem.
Now he's in for a nasty shock. Hey, what's wrong? Are you giving up?
Yes, you were right. This stick business is just too much for me.
You stupid muddy cur. Here, like this. You put the stick in your mouth.
Oh boy, I can't take it anymore. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, 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 oh boy.
Como eu pensei, ele ia se destruir de tanto rir. Que é o único jeito do Rufus conseguir as coisas.
Black would be better, with flames glued to the side up front. And maybe a dragon with a battle axe. That is a techno flux inductor thingamy. I can spot one right off. Does it have juice?
What is going on out there? Stop playing around with the equipment and come in.
It's time for another brilliant maneuver, plus or minus 10 minutes. Not necessary. I've got all the time I need. Hey, Doc.
Rufus. At last, Goal really almost bought it this time.
But, as I can see, you have everything under control. I'll go look for Bozo then. He mentioned a tavern.
Her implant has been badly damaged. I need to operate right away. There is only one problem. The data cartridge is not going to survive the procedure.
I take it that's a bad thing?
Well, yes. Her entire mind is stored on the thing. Her memory, her character.
The ascension codes.
I can save the data, but I need a bunch of empty cartridges.
And these cartridges are hard to obtain?
Not really. This is the floating black market after all. There's nothing you can't get here. And brain implants are currently all the rage. I installed another one just the other day. You will find the cartridges in the gadget shop.
What? Why me?
Because I need to get ready for the surgery.
And I need to familiarize myself with the local circumstances. Bozo said something about a tavern?
Rufus.
All right. So I get those cartridges in the gadget shop?
It's right by the harbor, outside the city gate. Just have them charged to my account. But make very sure that you get the good cartridges. The cheap ones are bound to cause problems.
Well, it's your money. She's almost always unconscious when we run into each other. I wonder if there's a connection. Ah, nonsense. Goal!
She can't hear you, Rufus.
No problem. I know what to do. All I need is battery acid, gunpowder, bull's blood.
Or you can simply bring me the cartridges as I asked you to do.
We'll see. A tinkerer's best friend. The carelessness of fellow tinkerers who leave their tools lying around. Chew first.
That was a reminder that you were not to poke around in my things.
Okay, reminder heard and ignored.
Rufus?
It's okay.
Tem um cartaz aqui, proibido se jogar todo gostosão pegando fogo. Será que se eu for pro mapa já vai direto pro mercado negro?
Hey, you.
Who? Me?
No, we're talking to the three-headed platypus behind you.
É, na Ilha dos Macacos era um macaco de três cabeças.
We know what you're planning.
Oh, yeah? Seems like you know more than I do.
News spreads fast in the floating black market. You've got something very valuable there.
It mustn't fall into the wrong hands.
And your hands would be the right ones?
Let's just say we're friends.
We're the good guys.
We fight against oppression by the Organon.
Death to the Organon.
The Organon is planning something.
Something unspeakable.
So unspeakable that we cannot talk about it.
We've got to go.
We've already said too much.
But we'll be back.
And then we'll get what is rightfully ours.
Do not talk about this to anybody.
Keep your back to the wall.
And do not forget who your true friends are.
Death to the Organon.
Death to the Organon.
What was that all about?
Um ornitorrinco passeando ali.
Caution is required. The colorful ones like to bite back. Oh man, that was a lousy Easter. I never touch stuff that some stranger has already had in their rear end.
Não subiu aqui pra nada.
What an ugly nest. It must belong to an extremely ugly bird.
Então hoje vamos ficando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida. Desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.